Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going.
Good.
So we must find the head of the serpent.
What are you talking about?
I think it might be this fire marshal. He keeps coming up and trying to charge us, but I do not want to pay his fire marshal bill. Why does he keep coming up to us and asking us instead of all the other people that are around?
He did ask Phil the other
Like Harry Truman or Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray. We didn't start the fire.
We didn't stop.
God damn it.
It is indeed curious. Oh no, wait, I am on the roof. Looking out for
He
another
keeps
fire element
appearing
to
like
pop out.
right after we kill it too.
Yes. Let's be frank for a moment.
Right, Frank, what you got for us?
No, that was horrible. It's much better to be Wiglaf.
I'm sure it is.
So, so what's going on? What are you guys gonna do?
I think we need to
what is he
wait
doing?
for the next fire, be very vigilant, and then rush there to try to find who's causing it.
So how are you gonna go about that?
Well, we got someone on a roof, so
Yeah, we got someone on the roof.
Yeah.
An elf
I'm
on the
on
roof.
the roof.
Instead of waiting for it, maybe
We gotta
we
wait
start
for
the
the
fire
elf
to
eyes
lure
to
it out
find
and set an ambush.
How'd that work?
We could like cut big logs with big pointy things sticking out of them and then hang them from trees. And then when it chases me, but it cannot really see me because I am covered in the mud. And then I lure it between them and then boom, hammer time.
Where are we gonna get the trees for that though?
also, why are we hanging trees from trees?
So they weren't you listening?
Because it's
So they can go
ironic.
boom, hammer time.
Yes.
Right.
It is made out of fire. We can't touch it. That's why we use the trees.
But the trees wouldn't do damage. It'll just burn the. Okay.
Well, that is why we have the spikes.
No, we can't bring it near the forest. Forest fires are bad, kids. Only you can prevent fire elemental forest fires.
Water can also. Are you calling Wiglaf water? Just because they start with the same letter, they are not the same.
It is also not like the spikes won't do anything. Other than catch fire.
Anyway.
We make the spikes out of ice.
Guathir, do you see anything?
I feel like lounges on the roof. For some reason, he has a glass of however he managed that he has a glass of wine in his hand.
Of course, I feel like Guathir's always got like a glass of wine in his hand, practically.
Or something, or like, just something elegant.
Right. Does Guathir drink like red wine or white wine, or is he more of like a rosé elf?
It depends.
I feel like
Depends on the
Guathir
situation.
fights with a sword and a glass of wine rather than a shield.
Yeah,
Like
of course.
parries with his wine glass. It's like made out of mithril or something, and it's his version of a shield.
You
But
think,
yeah, he kind of
wow,
lounges on
that's
the
an
roof.
crystal wine glass. No, it's diamond. Just blocks with it.
Does he see anything?
You're scanning the horizon, and there's no fires as of yet, but they could start at any moment, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, he like, no, nothing yet. This is good wine.
I do not like this idea. We just sit here and wait for something to happen. We should find out. There are only a few people who can make the fires. The fire elementals.
How are you going to figure it out?
Well, obviously the wizards are a good place to start.
There's a lot of wizards in that wizard tower.
It would have to be either a really good wizard or a really bad wizard.
Ooh, yeah.
It could be a wizard who does not know what they are doing.
It's just Layla.
So why do we not go look and talk to the wizards?
We could do that. And then while we're doing that, check in on the fire marshal.
So, you go and check in on, who did you say before the fire marshal?
The wizards.
The wizards, all right. Yeah, head on down to the wizard tower known as Woghorts.
Yeah, I climbed on the roof when I see them like coming out.
Right. You head on down towards the Wizard Academy, and there, out in front of the wrought iron fence that wraps around the tower and the gardens and everything, there's a class being taught by one of the teaching wizards there. And you can see she's pointing out to the fire destruction of Berkshire and saying, "Now, class, who can tell me what type of fire elemental would leave this sort of damage in its wake?" And immediately, one kid's hand shoots up and goes, "Ooh, me." And the teacher says, "Yes, Jimmy." And he says,
"One that's on fire!"
Everyone turns to look at you. And the headmaster, or the teacher here says, "Excuse me, Noel, do you have an answer for us?"
Yeah, big ass one. No, we're actually here to ask you some questions about those fire elementals.
Yes. Do you have any students that are maybe casting fire elementals all over the place? Like maybe there is a student named Carrie.
I wish. If only our students were that good. No.
Do you have one that's so bad, like just really bad shit just happens?
Everyone's attention turns towards one of the students nearby. Everyone goes to look at this young boy, and he kind of mousily goes, I once summoned an earth elemental by accident."
Well, have you been casting spells today?
"No. Just the ones required for class."
When?
This morning. I tried to cast a magic missile spell, but I just produced this, and he picks up like an arrow. It appeared.
Oh dear! Don't tell me you're a wild magic wizard.
No, I'm trying to be a conjurer.
No, he's just shitty.
Well, you did conjure an arrow. Good job.
Well, I was trying to make an evocation spell, and I made a conjuration spell, and I get them confused because E's and C's sound a lot alike.
What's your name, boy?
Timmy.
Timmy.
I do not think this could be the one. I mean, his magic missile just conjured an arrow. If it was a broken arrow, then that would explain things. Or maybe if the magic missile he conjured was a tomahawk. But it was just an arrow.
Well, it's a magic arrow because I conjured it out of nothing. It's still a
That
magic
is
missile.
true. You must be the villain.
What? I didn't do anything. And the teacher goes, "All right, okay. Little Timmy didn't do it. He's a terrible wizard, but he's making progress. He got our award for most improved. He went from a score of -50 to -25. Good job, Timmy. One of these days you're gonna get it."
Yes. So, would you have any idea who possibly might be capable of
I
conjuring?
still think Hippogriff Door should lose 50 points for that stupid magic arrow.
The teacher instructs the students to practice their recitation of vowels and consonants and walks over to chat with you guys and says,
So,
"Okay, so people who might have cast this. Well, to be honest,
Who
there's...
do I need to beat up in the last 10 minutes?
All of the wizards here at Woghorts are committed to keeping this town safe so we can continue teaching. No one here would willingly damage or destroy the town. So,
what about anyone that you burned a bridge with? Like, you kicked them out because they're, like, bad at it, or they're...
No, there are no
they're just
bad
kind of
students, only bad teachers. We have
So
yet
your
never...
teachers are bad.
We have
Which
never
one is
kicked
the
anyone
bad?
out
Which
of
one
wall
has
courts.
the biggest muscles?
No, I'm talking
Because
like
that
a-
would look the most cinematic when we were fighting.
teacher that got disgruntled because the union shat on him.
Are there any that said, one day you will rue this day, I shall have my vengeance, this
No.
town shall burn?
Actually, no, that hasn't happened. All
you
of our
know-
teachers are very happy.
Do you know of any objects or items that are in the town, despite that are not in Desmond's possession, that could have caused this?
Well, I know Desmond and his wife and friend Borsch all possess rings of protection of fire, and more than once they've opened a gateway to the plane of fire in order to escape town for one reason or another. But outside of Desmond, I don't know of anyone that has a means of creating this.
Are you
Wait.
able to monitor creation of such portals?
Wait.
Able to? Yes. Do we? No. It's an invasion of privacy. Everyone should be able to do whatever they want with their magic in the safety of their own home, as long as it doesn't infringe on anyone else. And I would never stoop to watching everybody to make sure that everyone's playing well. I believe in personal freedom and personal responsibility.
What?
Do you
Yeah.
know what this means? Don't you see? This means that Desmond sent us out to fight the fire elementals, but didn't give us the fire resistance rings that he has.
Probably.
That's fine. Whatever.
Why would he do that?
Whatever.
Did you get hit that second fight? I didn't.
Anyway, maybe we should go to Desmond and try to figure out, hey, do you know where the thing that conjures fire and fire portals are? Because if that's missing, maybe we could have someone find out where it is.
That might
Well,
be a good
maybe
idea.
He didn't give us the ring because somebody reversed the polarity, and instead of it being a fire resistance ring, it is now a fire assistance ring.
What?
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 It sounds like you all have everything under control, so I'm going to go back to teaching my class. Thank you all very much. Goodbye.
Yes.
We have nothing under control. That is a lie.
Thank you for your time. We
My
will
pleasure.
be on our way.
Good luck in finding the culprit. And if not, we'll continue cleaning up after them. We've got lots of rain spells to cast.
Yes, keep them at the ready, please.
Yeah, and get your kids running more. I'm pretty sure that kid was out of breath, like within 2 steps.
We don't think physical education is an important part of a wizarding academy. It seems rather pointless, actually, and a complete waste of time. We have no PE classes here whatsoever.
Physical fitness is never a waste of time.
I think we should be going now.
Said the ogre.
To be fair, everybody here, probably even the students, could knock you out, Wycliffe.
Anyway, she has returned to her students, and you all can return to your mystery. What are you gonna do?
You mean we can all return to our bickering as we walk toward the fire marshal's place?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Well,
You
do
head
we
to the
not
file
want to-
marshal? Oh, sorry.
do we not want to, now that we know about Desmond having this ability to somehow open portals to the plane of fire, maybe ask him if that is missing
Yeah.
before we
I
go
think
to the
that's-
fire marshal?
That's probably the next step.
Yes.
Yes, we should learn more before we squish the fire marshal.
Please don't squish the fire marshal.
It would be good to learn why we need to squish the fire marshal before we squish him.
Just make assumptions and kill the fire marshal.
He has a hipster multi ponytail. What kind of sane man would have that?
What?
He has a very wonderful looking ponytail. How dare you?
You said this is very long and that it had like 6 different things.
Yeah, it had
holding
like little ties to keep it in one thick braid instead of splaying out everywhere. He's following
Exactly,
workshop
who does
protocol. Someone that
And
works
if-
with power tools?
Yes. You do not know much about the job of a fire marshal or people who need to keep their hair out of the way, do you, Wiglaf?
Yeah, you keep it short.
I do not know much about the job of a fire marshal because I never see him do his job. He never fights fires. We fight fires. We are more firefighters than the fire marshal is a firefighter.
Fire marshal doesn't actually fight the fires. He sets the rules so you don't set stuff on
He's
fire.
not a firefighter. He's a fire clipboarder.
Well, his name is not firefighter.
He's a fire writer.
Well, the marshal is not a frontline fighter, is he? Anyway, I
Well,
think we
I
should
come
go.
from the marshal goes out in the street and he stares down at the fire, which is on the other end of the street, and then the tumbleweeds go rolling around on the street, and then the fire says draw, and then the marshal draws something, I guess. But
Here,
he's up
living
in
in
the
your
front.
little world. Let's get on to Desmond, shall we?
All right.
And-
What do you guys do?
Desmond. Yeah.
Guess we go and figure out if Desmond lost his thing out.
Yeah.
All right, so you head on back to not Berkshire, Shenanigans.
Wait.
That's
folks,
it.
you jump up on a roof and see if you can see any fires.
Can we see smoke?
All right.
It'd be big, black, and billowy.
Nope, you pop up. There are no fires currently active. No improper fires. There's definitely like fires in people's fireplaces, and there's smoke coming out of chimneys, but it's all well.
Yeah, it's no
properly
raging
contained.
inferno.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
No,
there
no,
will not be
everything
fires
is-
right now because right now is the part where we learn about the fires after having seen how dangerous they were, and then there will be the tons of fires, like in the third hour. Oh no! This
Yes,
is the third
yes, you
hour.
can spare the complexities of a storyline's narrative for someone who doesn't know. All right.
And then someone needs to save the cat.
Very well.
Let's just ask Desmond.
Miss Howard and his cat.
All right. You head on over to Desmond. You find him. He's at the bar. Glibglob is slopping up all of the ale he spilled and is very drunk. Actually, as you walk in, you see Glibglob like, and then like quickly scoops it up and eats it again and goes back to lapping up the beer.
Completely ignoring that.
Reduce,
Buffy
reuse, recycle.
just looks at Desmond. Desmond, we've heard that you have some means to open portals to the plane of fire. Is that correct?
Have you lost? Have you lost it? That's all we care about.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Maybe you should
Glibglob,
check.
watch the bar. Come on, guys. Let's go back to my basement. And drunken Glibglob kind of stumbles over and crawls on top of the bar and starts asking people in Kobold if they want anything to drink. But he's just
Still-
jabbering in Kobold now. And,
Still with a little bit of vomit on the edge of his mouth. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
You head back to Desmond's house. And...
So is this wall illusionary or actually physical?
What?
The wall there, is that illusionary or actually physical? Couldn't you just like walk through it?
Try it.
All right,
I
go
recommend you walk forward with your nose first.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I've got a helmet on, but yes.
Well,
I'll
take
try
it off and then walk forward nose first.
I'll use my hand actually this time.
No, there's a wall.
Okay.
There.
Which hand did you use? You have many to choose from.
No.
So Desmond puts his hand on the wall, closes his eyes. You can see him like channeling some sort of internal magic. And the wall turns and shrivels and shrinks and disappears, and there's a staircase, and you guys head back down into his basement, his magical basement of magical artifacts. And he walks around, he's like, fire ring, fire... Oh, this could have been useful, fire ring. The port... Hey... And he goes over and there's like a conspicuously missing, there's like a little shelf.
There's like
And there's like dust all over except for one little section. Well, I'll be. Someone's robbed me.
Layla.
How would they get in here?
The only way in is through the secret door. Or maybe there are other secret doors. I don't know. I can't trust you yet. Layla could have done it.
You know where
Could have
she
been
is?
her.
You know where she is? In the school, or
Do you know where your 12-year-old daughter is?
I
I
don't
don't have a
12-year-old.
12-year-old daughter.
Or
So-
do you and you just don't know where she is?
My God.
You're
I
bad
don't have a
parents,
daughter.
every last one of you.
I don't have a daughter. I
I'm
would
pretty
know
sure I'd
this.
know if I had a kid, all right?
All right. That's fine.
Doreen, you're exempt from this. Everyone else.
I don't know. There's a lot of different ways of birthing children. Even with magic, she could have one that she doesn't know about. She's not
Anyway,
exempt.
maybe you should concentrate on finding the person who has the thing that lets them create portals to the elemental plane of fire.
You know,
Yeah, we probably want some
after the
more.
last time she ran around blowing things up, I got an old warlock friend of mine to put a really minor enchantment on her permanently, so that way I can always find her if I need to.
Really
And
weird.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't tell Lizzie. He walks over to a mirror and runs his hands along the edge of it, and then like patty cakes with the mirror for a moment, and then the whole thing kind of like ripples, and there's like a boop, boop, like a light at the top of it, kind of flashing and pulsating. And he goes, "Yep, that's
Yes,
Layla, all right."
mirror on the wall. Who is the most magnificent one of all?
It shows a picture of Desmond.
Your mirror is broken. That means many years of bad luck for you. This is bad news.
So, where is your daughter right now?
Looks like she's north of town, maybe a mile up the road.
Okay.
Very well.
All right. We'll go check it out.
Do we take this mirror with us so we can?
No, the
track
mirror
her?
has to stay here. It's part of the magic. It can't leave.
I'll be able to find her.
I will be fine. Oh, yeah.
That's inside the room. You're reading it wrong.
What's the ring look like physically?
The fire protection rings? Which
No,
ring?
The portal-y ring.
Oh,
That's
portal.
a staff, isn't it?
I don't fucking know.
Or what is it? What kind of object is it anyway, Desmond?
Oh, the thing that opens the fire portal?
Yeah.
Looks like a ring based on the dust thing there.
To be honest, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've had to use it. And there's so many magic items here, I get them all confused, you know?
All right.
What you kind of has a look
Very well.
Real
at,
quick.
like the dust line on the shelf. What does it look like? Like a ring or circlet?
Desmond's already like wiped away the dust marks, and it's impossible to tell.
Okay. Anyway, Desmond,
Yep.
before we go chasing after your daughter,
Yep.
2 things.
Yep.
Do you mind if I cast Hold Person on her? If need be.
Only if she has the item, of course.
I don't really appreciate people forcibly restraining my daughter. And,
I understand.
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where I hear about it and I see red, and then I wake up and we need to elect a new town sheriff, and there's a bunch of new graves. So,
So what do you suggest then?
I have no idea. You guys can
Language.
figure it out. It's fine. I trust you. It'll be fine.
Well, whatever happens, you probably won't hear of it.
That's probably for the better.
All right,
Yes.
everybody, hammer your weapons. Flame units only.
But
What?
I don't think you want the flame units, actually. It's fire elementals, right? So you want non-fire elementals. Fire
like
weapons.
what you gave us
Flame
already.
extinguishers only.
Anyway, she could be moving. We should go.
Yeah.
Yes,
let's
maybe-
go.
Maybe you should have a look. If a fire appears right now has appeared, then she won't be the culprit.
All right, you go jump on a roof.
I jump on Desmond's house, and Look around.
No fire. No fire. Wait a minute. Is that a fire? You can start to see like a building off to the east side of town start to like flicker, and what originally looked like smoke coming from its chimney now looks like the thatched roof is aflame.
Well,
God damn it! Now there's a
it
building.
seems like there is a fire over there. That roof is on fire. Yeah. It's definitely on fire. Wait,
Okay, let's go.
At this point in the narrative, the fire is probably to provide us some sort of clue.
And we move.
Just saying.
All right, it's probably not your daughter, but you might want to find out why she's outside of the town in the woods.
Glibglob is probably puking all over the bar. I actually really need to attend to it. He might try and replace the ale with his own piss. So why don't you guys figure this out and find my daughter? I gotta go take care of the bar.
Okay.
And he takes off.
Great. Now we've got another quest to find.
Very well.
Yes, we should look very carefully for clues at this fire. I mean, the whole Lizzie thing, it makes so much sense. It feels like it is a crimson fish.
A red herring?
Yes, one of those.
On the
Anyway,
way.
off to the current danger, which is a fire.
Yeah, on the way,
Yeah, sure.
we will probably run into a convenient weapon store and buy a bunch of light crossbow bolts.
All right. There is a store on the way. You guys are like,
Did
what? Like,
Desmond fail to give us the fire resistance wings again?
yep. Totally failed.
That's fine. It's just not fighting fire
Yeah.
element.
So you guys are like running down the streets towards the raging inferno, and like Gwathier peels off to run to Wally's weapons stand.
Just a moment, and I just pull out a gold coin. That many light crossbow bolts.
He looks at your friends who are like paused, but you're all like huffing and puffing. And goes and he like pulls
There's
out
only
one
one
crossbow
coin. You
bolt
must
and
need
hands it
more
over
bolts.
to you.
I give him a very, very dirty look.
Hey man, crossbow bolts are very expensive today.
I look at the sign that shows light crossbow
So
bolts.
is your house burning down?
You go to like look for the sign, and he like grabs it and takes it down. A gold crossbow bolt.
You must accept that he does not want you to stop
All
the
right, you
fire.
know what?
He wants his whole
We
shop
won't stop
to
a fire
burn
elemental
down.
if it's in this shop then.
Yeah, alright. We will not stop the elemental then. So yeah, keep your crossbow bolts.
I mean, he gives you the one that you paid for. You
No, I
paid for
think
this one. Take it. Here you go. I'll take that gold piece.
No,
Thank you.
I pull back the gold coin.
Oh, hey, fire elemental. There is
Because
light.
that sign definitely showed like 10 copper pieces in one bolt.
Yeah, it was
All right.
definitely way cheaper, and he can tell that you're just in a hurry, and he's absolutely trying to exploit your urgency to make some money.
Yep. Nope, not looking into that.
All right.
Doran like marks down the shop, never coming here.
Alright, and I have still 4 bolts, so that is enough for one more battle or two. So
All right. You guys run down towards the east side of town, and there they are. 3 fire elementals raging through the section of town near the docks, but not quite at the river, like 200 feet from the river.
How large are these ones?
They're about the same size as the first one.
Okay.
That's doable.
So we are only fighting 24 hit dice worth of creatures. They can only be hit by magical weapons and do 3 dice of damage.
Good thing we have magical weapons.
from which side? We're coming from the where's the river?
Is
The river
one
is
that's-
further east than they
Is the
are.
one that's far away from the others?
Yeah, one of them is further from. You know, they're all different distances apart, and you can find the one that is the furthest from them. From the others.
I will like jump. I will again jump on a roof behind the party, so the party's in between me and the elementals.
Naturally.
Naturally, I'm an archer, so
I know.
Do we want to start rolling?
We should roll for initiative.
All right.
I'm just writing down all of their HP because I don't have that many d8s.
I'd be impressed if you did.
I probably used to, but I've gotten rid of a lot of dice and I used to have too many dice, and I just picked my favorites and got rid of all the rest.
Can you really have too many dice?
Yes. I can attest to having too many dice.
How much is too many dice?
I have a pound of dice. That's not too many.
No, pound of dice isn't too many. But when you get like the pound of dice, the Chess X pound of dice off eBay, like a couple times a year for a few years,
okay.
And you end up with many pounds of dice, and you're like, most of these suck.
So you have a chest of dice. Yeah, because most of these dice are probably not made of,
No, Neal,
plastic without.
at that point, you just buy a treasure chest, have it in your house.
Just filled with
Some
dice.
ransacker comes in, finds the chest, opens stuff, and it's dice.
Dice.
And it's like
Lots.
all the shitty dice, too.
Right. Okay, anyway, do we all roll initiative?
Yes.
Wonderful. I need to roll initiative for the monsters.
Hopefully, we're taking out one at a time.
Yes.
Yeah, only one of them notices you guys coming, but it turns its attention to you as you round the corner and get to see it straight on. It rolls 8 and 6 is a 14 on
14.
initiative.
All right, so if I
Leaving.
can go up and make an attack.
Torque goes first, I believe, but yes, you can do such. Torque,
Yeah,
Torque.
sure. I'll run up and take a swing at it.
Torque bolts towards the creature, weapon in hand, bringing it down.
And missing.
And completely missing the fire elemental. It's hot, you don't want to get too close.
It's hot.
Doreen clubs the fire with the mace.
14.
Ooh. I swear I can do math. Yeah, you hit it for 14, which is a significant portion of its hit points. The fire elemental doesn't really feel emotion, but you can see that its blue eyes pan directly towards you as it starts to like ripple and wave in your direction.
As I would expect, somebody whiffs by you and then somebody smacks you in the face.
Yeah, Guathir, it is your turn.
I will loosen a crossbow bolt. Oh, that's a nat 1.
Yep. Give me a saving throw versus death.
Let me see what. I made it.
All right, no worries then.
And this is here like
Ain't no thing.
The fire elemental just kind
You're
of like
trying to balance your wine. Doesn't work out well.
yeah, it's like the wine and the crossbow at the same time, and it's a mess. You might have to put the wine glass down, Guathir.
on the chimney.
The fire elemental begins to like twist and turn, creating like a vortex of fire, and it moves into Doreen's square with a a 21 to hit.
No.
Nope. So it just kind of like wraps it, and the flames lick against your armor, and your armor begins to heat up, but you've got like padding underneath it, and you manage to keep enough distance that while your armor's getting very uncomfortably warm, the insulation under is keeping you at bay, but maybe like your hair's a little singed here or there.
I just imagine all the hands like are flapping your cold air towards you.
Last but not least is Viglath, the bold.
All right.
Bro, Vigloth the Barbarians. Gotta get it right, Neal.
19.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Plus the +3 sword, 12. 23 points of damage.
Ooh.
You say, I am here to put an end to your exothermic reaction.
Let's roll initiative. Oh
geez.
shit, it goes at 7.
Don't worry, I go at 17.
Whoa!
My initiative goes up to 11.
All the way up to 11? Whoa, dude. Why don't you just, like, make 11 a 10 and just have it be a percentile thing?
Alright, fine, Neal. My initiative is 10 then.
It's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say it goes to 11. Come on, Rob.
Who might argue with you, Neal? My initiative is 10.
It doesn't matter. It goes at 7. It goes at 7, and it will once again... Well, I don't know. Doreen only did... How much damage did you do, Doreen?
It's like already
You
on
did
me though.
14. Yeah, it is fire vortexing about you. I think it'll continue to vortex on you.
Probably for the best. Not the best.
You may wish to withdraw that because it rolls a 25 to hit you.
All right, it hits.
Is that a crit? Does it clear by? Does it? No, it doesn't clear by 5.
It's Doreen. It's Doreen.
It clears
Neal, a 21 didn't hit him.
Yeah, I know. The flames lick you over for 15 damage.
I mean, I said it's still better than hitting, Wiglove.
Yeah. Wiggloff, are you at like 2 HP or something?
4.
The Doreen has healed me up, so I'm at 18.
Oh, okay. Well,
Still not great. I can still get one-shotted by these things.
absolutely. Everyone else in the party?
Yeah.
15 HP. So,
I have 38 HP.
Doreen and Talk are basically
I just got hit for 15 and I'm at 39.
Yeah, Doreen and Talk are the ones who can get hit.
All right, well, I'm on the side of this thing, so I'm just going to hit it now. So I clear by 10.
Ooh, 25 does not clear by 10. It's got AC
Dang it.
18.
Dang.
But
And it's a large creature, right?
Yes.
Dope. 16 damage.
Ooh, it crumples and vanishes.
Perfect.
All right, now we look for the next one.
Well, the next one is actually on its way over towards you. In fact, the other two have been alerted to your presence. Yeah, you're not sure how. You don't speak fire elemental, if they even speak at all. But they have seen you, and they are rolling your way in their like tornado, twister, flaming spirals of
I
death.
can only imagine what we might. Oh boy, do you see that? They killed Kenny! No, you bastard!
Vigloft speaks the language of fire elementals because every time he opens his mouth, out comes a sick burn.
How close are they?
One of them is maybe 50 feet away. The other is like 200 feet. But they're
Except for
both...
that time when he was explaining that he makes sick burns all the time, and this time too.
All right.
Well, if it's 50 feet away, and Torque just wrecked that thing, and I think
Get to
Doreen's
the
just going to go into that other one.
So what are your actions here?
If it's 50 feet away, I'm like half moving over and attacking that other one.
Go for it. Do it. Roll the hit. Bring the darkness, bring the pain.
Yeah, I'm actually unleashing the darkness first.
Ooh. So you use the darkness from your pouches?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it another saving throw. Nope, this one rolls a 6. It's a failure.
All right. Well, -2 to hit.
That will hit, and that will clear by 5. That is a critical hit. Roll me double
It's
damage
not-
dice.
Hold on. It's got -4 AC.
So its AC is 14. So you clear by 10. So you double crit. So roll me triple damage dice.
All right. 19.
Nice.
19. Wow. The fire elemental takes massive blow and almost blows itself out, like as if a strong gust comes and like flickers and parts of it fall away, and the fire is now entirely contained within the sphere of darkness and no one can see anything in it. Is that everyone in the party?
No, but the other elemental is basically coming towards us now that Doreen has encircled the other one in.
I don't think you can see the other one. Like,
mean,
it's
they're not
probably
together.
behind a globe of darkness, 60
yeah.
feet high.
Mm-hmm.
I will just hold my fire.
You hold your action.
I mean, this round I basically have no action because I cannot see anything that I can shoot at. So.
Cool. Next round, we roll initiative.
Nope.
Nope.
I get my second attack.
Go for it, Torquey Torque.
So
you
I'm gonna
run
run
into
around.
the darkness.
Yeah, but I've still got that blind fighting though.
Right. You find the heat, get close enough, but not too close. And
The one in the
you.
darkness is still up?
Yep, the one in the darkness is still up.
Yeah.
Oh, because I haven't gone yet.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
well, then you should go.
Just barely.
Oh, you swing and you miss. Viglaf, approach the fire.
5, 6, 7, 8. No, this mud is too effective. Now I can't even see it.
Nope. It's just. Oh, shit, you see
I
it.
didn't do the -4, so 20, 22.
22, and it has 14 AC. So you do clear by 5. You do critical the fire elemental.
Clear by 10.
By 10, yeah. So triple damage dice roll. Since 14 AC.
It's at 14 AC.
Yeah, but he rolls
I
at
did put in the
22.
-4 to hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I understand.
it's only 29.
20. Oh, you wreck the fire elemental. The flames go out. It cools down. We roll initiative for the next round. I already rolled. Yeah,
I
it's a
think
10.
you just
Time to look for a new job because you're fired.
All right, assuming this is a spellcaster,
Yes.
you're gonna run out of spells eventually to summon these things. Assuming this is a magical item, it's gonna run out of uses eventually.
Guafir will just take the wine glass from the chimney and now sit down because there's nothing he can do now. He cannot shoot anything, and none of his spells work in darkness.
Yep.
Did we all roll initiative? Did anyone
I
beat a 10?
Rob.
I didn't.
I'm waiting for them to finish it up.
Although I'm sure we can just assume I go last.
Yeah, we can.
Wow, Rob, wow.
I felt that 20.
I mean, I should probably just roll just in case.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing I learned about the two-handed sword. It's amazing, but you always go last.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Guathir, you're first.
I mean, as I said, he takes the wine glass from the chimney, and since he cannot see the other one behind the darkness, he sits down and waits for them to finish up.
All right, you have a sip of the wine. How is it?
Smoky.
Smoky? That's not a good...
Yeah.
Is that good for wine?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
wine, so...
He put the glass on the on the side of a chimney. So,
Oh.
Covered in soot and everything.
yeah,
Ding dong, what'd you do that for?
he kind of fills the glass behind him of the roof.
Well, now I can't steal his wine to try and put out the fires.
Don't worry, he has a new one in the next scene.
All right.
Some poor peasant that's hiding in an alleyway just gets covered in wine.
Yeah, it's all sticky.
The fire elemental just kind of rolls into the darkness and is going to attack something more or less at random. There are 3 people in the darkness. It doesn't know which one's which, but it's just moving until it runs into one of you.
Safe, isn't there?
A what? Oh, there's a save. That's right. Good call. It actually passes. As it moves into the darkness is expelled, and Guathir sets down the wine glass, takes the shot.
No, I didn't roll to shoot, so.
Oh, okay.
I didn't expect that, like, oh.
All right.
Yep.
So
It
he's coming.
dispels the darkness, and it's going to attack. You know what? It's going to go after the biggest creature here. It's going to go right towards Viglaf. And it rolls a 21 to hit.
No crit, alright.
That hits.
And it does 3d8 fire damage to Viglaf. Luckily, it won't do an extra d4 because the oil between your pecs has already been burned off.
I'm covered in mud. Does it see me?
It does see you.
No,
How-
its vision is based on heat. It can't see me because I've got the mud on.
But by now, the mud has
It
gotten
does
warm.
16 points of fire damage to you, and you realize as it burns that your backside is particularly exposed, and you realize that you didn't properly mud up, you didn't clean your backside enough, and that's how it spotted you. Next person.
Wait, is Big Left down?
I have
What?
2 points left.
So that'd be me.
Oh no, he was at 18. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I can see this guy fine. I'm gonna go run around back. Since I
You
can see him
get
now.
behind the fire elemental.
It doesn't do anything. I like trip or some shit.
Give me a saving throw versus death, buddy.
Do you
Give
want
me another
one?
saving throw versus death.
Oh no, the trip.
Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Oh god, it's bad. No, not
Oh,
like-
magical dog!
I like
let's
fucking
wait.
tripped and like right inside of it.
Yeah, does he
Like,
just
eat
go face
shit.
first into the fire?
It's like
element?
holding a legendary sword.
So what I think happens here is Torque is trying to run around to the other side when all of a sudden you catch a whiff of the most amazing barbecue you have ever smelled. It is like,
And then he realizes it is his tail.
and no, it's not your tail. It's coming from the house right next to where the fire elemental is like cruising down the street. And I think Torque, in like a truly animalistic sense of like panic and wonderment, like turns to the barbecue, and there's this like big spinning thing of meat roasting and dripping juices, and in like surprise and astonishment, Torque just like tosses his sword aside and runs over to the big meat column. And you notice no one's
No,
around.
I don't.
And then he sees
No, I
his-
don't toss the sword aside. I use the sword to cut the meat.
Oh, that's what it is. You just come over and you start like hacking sections of meat
Yeah.
off of this thing, and Torque is just like completely distracted from combat and not even just like, oh,
And now he's making a kebab.
It's not barbecue.
Do you
it's
realize it's like a
kebab.
human on a spike or something?
that's something.
All right,
Whose turn is it? I've lost track.
mine.
It's yours. Go for it. Nope. You try and crush the fire elemental, but it just kind of flickers in and out of
I guess I
the
can
range
get
of your
back
mace.
attack because
Yeah, there's no. It's focused on you, Dorini.
Oh god, the moment the
Well, I get
darkness
attack
was
at the
gone.
end, man.
Viglaf, you're at 2 hit points. What do you do?
Run!
Can I back into the? Can I hit it and then go into the river?
It would get an attack of opportunity if you move away from it without disengaging.
So can I disengage and then go into the river?
Yes, you can disengage and run away, but you don't get any attacks.
But can I get into the river?
Yes, you can run and jump into the river. Absolutely.
All right. I'm backing up. I like get into the river. I'm like, come on. Are you too afraid? Are you afraid of fire?
Oh, let's roll initiative.
Hold on.
Are you just a little big?
Second
The
attack.
puns are good today. Do you get second attacks, Doreen?
Oh, sorry, it's not initiative.
Yeah, I'm specialized.
Ooh, well, the 28 clears by 10. So triple damage dice.
21.
Oh, wow. You have definitely attracted the fire elemental if it wasn't already attracted to you before. And then now initiative rolls, please. Bring them on in.
21.
I just imagine like Gothia now picks up the crossbow, like there is this weak love running down the street, like it would be so easy. No, I should.
13, 15, 8. Oh, it hasn't rolled yet. Ooh, it goes at 10.
Does anyone want to try to chase me into the river?
Maybe. I mean, Doreen did hit it after you mocked it towards the river, and she hit it for a lot, so it might be more attracted to that damage than the Viglaf's
Isn't it also that
insults.
fire elementals have like they're smart enough to know no, not to go into the river?
Yeah, it sort of knows not to go into the water. It's not that stupid.
Why? It lives on the elemental plane of fire. It's never seen water before.
That's like saying you're born on Earth, you have no idea that the vacuum of space is dangerous.
Well, I mean, go back 400 years.
Medieval people wouldn't.
Well, we're not talking about medieval people.
Hold on, don't
We're
the
talking about
elemental
you.
planes, like border each other.
The elemental plane of fire and water do not border each other. They're on opposite ends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they know
there's
about each
earth and air between them.
All right.
Yep. But they're aware.
So-
They know what their weaknesses are, you know? And they've got that innate emotion, very similar to our disgust. Wow, Dorini Rini.
Oh God, that poor elemental.
There it goes. It dies.
Oh,
The fire elemental is destroyed by Doreen's Morning Star.
So
We don't
It's
worry
one of
about
those
how that
things
makes
where
sense.
It's just, and then the
magic
wind
morning
just
star.
like dissipates. The entire
Yeah,
thing.
the mace
Yeah,
just.
I have a question. There is currently like a swimming Wiglaf in the river.
Does Wiglaf know how to swim?
Wiglaf knows how to stand because he's 9 feet tall.
yeah.
True. How deep is the river here?
It's probably shallow near the side.
Yeah, someone
me
roll me
see.
2d10 for feet for the depth of the river he
He
jumped into.
he does in fact know how to swim.
Oh,
I did
so it
spend
doesn't
points
matter.
on that.
All right.
Doesn't even.
Well, there is this one elf with a crossbow and a deep dislike of Wiglaf. No, I
He knows
don't.
how to jump, swim, survive, run, and endure.
All
He
right.
knows. Yeah.
All
No, don't
right.
worry.
You've killed the 3 fire elementals over here, bringing your total fire elemental murder count to 5 today.
It's good.
But that's also 5 fire elementals that have been summoned in the city and destroyed large swaths of territory. And someone needs to put a stop to this because while you're putting them down, if they keep coming up, eventually everything will be destroyed.
If you kind of looks down the streets, does he see the fire marshal?
You do. Fire marshal is walking by with his little clipboard, and he's currently talking to a bystander who's jabbering on. Fire marshal's got his clipboard.
You know what? Doreen is going to just sit down and start praying.
All right.
Is there an indication from where the marshal came from?
No, you're just looking around, and he's standing there in the street talking with someone. He didn't come from behind you, so he must have come from in front of you. But you know,
In front of us were the fire elementals.
well, yeah, so he must have come from the other side of them.
Ah,
Anyway, we're gonna go to our last break, and when we come back, maybe we'll start our actual session because this is still the weird side quest that has taken most of the session today. We'll see you on the other side of our break. Bye bye.
Actual